Hey. Today, I'm going to be talking about my physical game collection I've built up slowly over the past 8 or so years, starting with 3DS, Switch, blah 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 blah. You know, you gotta clickbait a little bit, I gotta be honest, because I said Nintendo. I got a couple PlayStation games, so yeah, you gotta completely clickbait it. Don't click off, don't. Gonna go over a couple things, small little intro, because I want to get everything in this video and just not leave anything out. It's horizontal because I think it looks better. I don't game swap. I have a backlog to kill. This ain't gonna kill me. Doing that instead of going like, it's not. I just know that Scott the Waz would absolutely murder me.
I hate storing games like this. It's a pain to pull a game out and pop it back in its place.
If you knew about this. Oh, so yes, this video was inspired by his game collection video. I wanna do it myself. Okay, it seems fun.
Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Yeah, so this one gets a lot of hate, mainly because it's bad.
So the idea of this video is I'm gonna go over every single game I own. Talk about them for like 2 to 3 minutes. Hopefully not longer than that, or else this video will run to be very long. Very long, oh boy. As for my organization, so I don't have to answer the comments, 3DS and DS, Switch first party, and then behind it, indie Switch, PS4, GameCube and Wii. I'm missing Smash Brothers Melee, I don't know what happened to it. 3DS, just because I have nowhere else to put it. Switch case is here on my books. And then these are the games that, well, these are the games I plan on playing. These are games that I have nowhere to put because my Switch has kind of filled up on space. So I'm going to have some extra Switch games on the side because I ran out of room. That's perfectly fine. I'll deal with it. That's it. That is why everything is the way that it is. If you don't like it, I mean, I don't like it. It just doesn't affect my everyday life, and I think it looks better. Because the logos are. It looks unnatural, yes, but the logos. I didn't do this for nothing. If they were all facing up, it wouldn't look as good, okay? Because it's like this, it looks better. A couple more disclaimers. Everything's going to be organized in alphabetical order. There's going to be timestamps. If you want to skip around, that's perfectly fine. I'm not expecting you to stay for this entire thing. And last but not least, this video is unscripted. My 2 video essays and all of my reviews are scripted, written. I write a script, I read it out loud. It's genuine, it's true to me, but this video I'm on my own. There are a couple games that will be on the shelf that I do not have yet for certain reasons, or 3. I'm gonna go over them. Zelda, new Zelda, came out. I'm gonna wait until Christmas, because if you couldn't tell, I have a money spending problem. And if I just wait until Christmas, I can save myself $60. I'm not in any rush to play it. I still gotta finish this game. That's why I don't have Zelda yet. What else? Rain World. I bought Rain World. I'm gonna play that. Shows up in February. Pretty excited. There's also new DLC in March. Very nice timing. So, Rain World. It's coming. I bought it. It's on its way. Pizza Tower. I'm very, 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 very happy Pizza Tower got ported to the Switch and got a physical. I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, Pizza Tower got a physical. This is awesome. Funny story, Pizza Tower. I said out loud when it came out, I will play this game if it gets a physical Switch copy. And then, like, it never happened. And then it happened. I was like, oh, well, I get to play it. Yay. Turbo Overkill is guaranteed to come to Switch, but I don't know about a physical copy. However, there's already evidence that they're working with Limited Run, the publishers of Turbo Overkill, so basically guaranteed since it's one of their more successful games. So, fingers crossed we get an LRG release of Turbo Overkill. I need it. 9 Souls, I want to play it. It's coming to Switch, but since it's a Chinese game studio, I don't know if a physical copy will work. But I'll wait a little bit and see if it works out, but if it doesn't, I'll just play it on Steam, that's fine. Then there are the 4 games that are not out yet that I really, really need physically and in no other form of media. Ultra Kill. 1 second. I predicted this. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get those goodies. We're gonna get the fan gamer goodies for Ultra Kill. Fangamer, take my money. Besides Ultra Kill, there's other games coming out, obviously. We got Hades 2, very excited. We got Silksong and Alien Isolation 2. Those 4 games, I need them on Switch, ASAP, and physically in my hands. Actually, maybe Alien Isolation 2 won't run. Switch 2! Yeah, no, we'll be fine. Alien Isolation 2 on Switch 2, give me it. Creative Assembly. Make it happen. And then last but not least, Spelunky 2. It's been out on Switch for like 2 or 3 years. 3 years. The developer has been working on UFO 50. It's out. It's doing really well. Happy for him. But now he has no excuse to not give me a Spelunky 2 physical, so hopefully we get it for PS4, and worst case scenario, just Switch. Because I want to match my HD version. I doubt they'll do a re-release of this. They did it for Rain World. Actually, Derek, just make my life easier and make a Spelunky 2 PS4 copy, thank you. Or do that, and Switch, and I'll buy both. I will do it, because I already 100% Spelunky 2 on Switch. I might as well just get both. So, those are my games that I plan on getting physically, that I need desperately. All on Switch, except for Spelunky 2. Need that on PS4. And I will buy them all someday. Guaranteed. It's gonna happen. Unless they don't get a physical, in which I will cry. I'm gonna organize these in alphabetical order. This is everything, and we'll go through them one by one. Alright, here's how things are gonna go down. I got Subway Surfers on in the background for you degenerates. I got timestamps in the description, once again I'm gonna say that. I got the tier list of every single game I own. I'm gonna rank them as I go along, not at the end. We're just gonna do every single game at the very end of when I talk about them. Got everything here on the shelf. You can't see, I'll have some B-roll of every single game in alphabetical order in 2 rows. And hopefully this doesn't take 4 hours. I only have like 3 hours tonight anyway. So, let's get started with Alien Isolation. This right here is my favorite horror game of all time. Sequel just got announced. I'm insanely excited. It's not perfect. There's actually quite a few flaws with it. First off, the humans are not threatening in the slightest. At a point, the game kind of loses its scare factor. It's a little repetitive, and I feel like there's only so much you can do with the formula of hiding and running away from a unkillable creature. But out of that genre, that subgenre of survival horror where you go up against an unkillable beast for the whole game, this does it the best, easily. This is better than Amnesia, this is better than Outlast. It's not the scariest, but it's the most style and substance out of any horror game I've played. I frickin' love it. I got the limited run edition. I bought this like the week it got announced. I actually wanted a physical Switch copy since the port's the best version of the game for forever. And when I saw it got announced, I was like, oh yeah, I'm buying this. The inside's great, has a little manual, but this is an amazing game. So excited for the sequel. Hopefully it's good. Doesn't have to be better, but I would at least like it to be just as good. So, Creative Assembly, if you can pull that off, would love that. This game's amazing. Highly recommend. Play it. Oh yeah, I can't put these back. Alright, I'm just gonna stack these on the floor. I don't care. We're gonna give Alien Isolation a really, really, really high 8 out of 10. This is my 5th favorite game of all time. I'll put it on screen just so you know what my top 10 is. But it's not perfect. I will admit it's an 8 out of 10. It's not a masterpiece, but it is my favorite horror game for a lot of personal, subjective reasons. Animal Crossing New Leaf. I've played about an hour of this during the 3DS freak out, which was the eShop closing down and everyone thinking that the physical prices of the 3DS games were going to skyrocket. I was on that boat. I bought a ton of games, and everyone says that this is better than New Horizons and is really good and standalone. I didn't love it. I didn't get far into it at all, but if I ever want to get into an Animal Crossing game, I have this. I'm not going to sell it. This wasn't an impulse buy, but for now I'm good. I don't really have time for this, but if I ever want to play an Animal Crossing game, it's here. I just am not entirely sure if it's my kind of game. I understand the hype. I haven't played it. I'm gonna put it in will play because it's definitely not an impulse purchase, and I'll hold on to it because this is like the definitive Animal Crossing experience. Like, I'll keep it just in case. Maybe someday. Next up, I just beat this game, Animal Well. I beat this like a week ago. It was excellent. Again, limited run. Bought this day one, like 3 minutes after the pre-orders went up. Absolutely worth the wait. I waited like 6 months to play this since it released, but it was worth it. This game is really fun. It is, think Hollow Knight, but no combat, no nothing, just puzzles. Puzzles upon puzzles upon puzzles. It is a Metroidvania, massive 7-hour Metroidvania, but every single room is a puzzle of some sort, and it's super fun. I don't know about the replayability, because I do find the Metroid games super, super replayable. I don't know about it for this, because again, it's puzzles. Once you know the solution, it's kind of too easy. But I really enjoyed it. I think it was worth the $40 and the 5 to 6 month wait. I made the spine. This is my design. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on. Yeah, I made that spine. You got the big mode logo. Yeah, really, 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 really good game. I loved it. We'll get to the Metroid games later, but this is honestly like one of my favorite Metroidvanias. It's in my top 5, although I really haven't played that many. Animal Well goes in 8 out of 10. Oh boy. Number 2, except not really. This is Afterbirth Plus. So there's a reason why I own this. I went on a vacation to Georgia for Thanksgiving, and I wanted to have something to play for while I was there, but also for the 40 hours of in the car I would be. And I brought Dark Souls. I rented it from the library. I got Dark Souls for the Switch, and I got really tired of it, so I just played Binding of Isaac for the entire time. And what happened was, there's my local game store, Digital Press, in Clifton. Good store. They had this sitting in there for months. I saw it, I walked by it like multiple times, and I was like, I don't need it, right? Because I already had pre-ordered this. So I was like, I don't need this. I already have Isaac for Switch. It's just not I just don't have it in my hands yet. But I played like 80 hours of this during that road trip, to the point where I was like, screw it, I'll just buy this, just because why not? So I already had Repentance on the way, not like in transit, but I had it pre-ordered, and I bought this just because I spent so much time playing this version. So I'm never gonna play this again, but I bought it for $50 for the memories and for the heck of it, and it's really nice. Except this is actually the blue cover, but it came with the first edition cartridge, so there's a bit of a mix-up. And then I just printed out the cartoony first edition cover because I prefer it over both the grotesque first version and the updated one. And I got this. Don't ask how I got it. Afterbirth Plus, it's worse than Rebirth. It's a downgrade. There's too much fat, there's too much jank. I hate the void portals. Everything just feels really clunky. The sprite work feels outdated. I don't like this version. I'd rather play base Rebirth than Afterbirth Plus, but if you wanted to get into Binding of Isaac, this is fine to start with. It's better than starting with Rebirth. I'll give Afterbirth Plus, like the State of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's like, Rebirth is an 8, Afterbirth Plus is a 7, Repentance is a 9 to a 10. But I will say that Afterbirth with Rebirth is pretty good. I'd say that's still an 8. I don't think Afterbirth makes the game worse. Afterbirth Plus with the portals and the greedier mode, without the overpowered items of Repentance kind of balancing it out, this ain't my Isaac. Now let's talk about my Isaac. This right here is my Isaac. This is my second favorite game of all time. I have logged over 1,100 hours on this. I have gotten Dead God on Switch live on this channel. I adore this game to death. I freaking love it. I haven't played this game in about half a year because I'm trying to kind of kill my backlog, but I'm really close to getting a second Dead God. I got Mega Mush. I've done all the challenges. I've done all the jank. Speaking of jank, right here, what's this? This is a written guide on how to complete Repentance. I don't know how good of a close-up I can get of this, but I'll try. There you go. So this is every single achievement in the game that doesn't naturally happen. So everything you have to go out of your way for, and you won't know without looking up the guide. This helped me when I was trying to get my second Dead God. So now, on my second save file on Switch, all I need to do is kill every boss, every tainted character. All that jank I wrote down from the wiki, and then did them all, crossed it off. It's very fun, it's like a scavenger hunt, but that stuff that I wrote down, you're not going to figure that out without a guide. So minus that list of achievements, this is a perfect game. It's perfect. Delirium still is unfair. Greedier sucks. I'd rather it not exist. But I mean, what can I say about this game? I made a review on it. Just go watch that. It's not perfect. I wish it was, but since I want to be a little bit objective here and fair, I'm going to give Repentance 9 out of 10 instead of a perfect score, because it's not perfect, but it is the best roguelike. And also I have a lot of roguelikes. You're going to see some soon, so there's a lot of roguelikes in this collection. And the reason why there's so many is because the only instance in where I buy an indie game a second time on Switch when I already have it on Steam is because if it's replayable, or I just really like it. And spoiler alert, roguelikes are pretty replayable. I mean, that's kind of the idea. Next up, I'm going to trigger some people, especially James. Bioshock. I have not played Bioshock to completion. Now, here's the thing about Bioshock 1. This is the trilogy. I tried playing it on Xbox 360, and I didn't like the controls. And then I played it a second time, and I got halfway in. I got 6 hours in. It's a 12-hour game on Steam. And I didn't like it. I dropped the game halfway done. So I still have not beaten Bioshock 1. But I will say, I plan on it. It's not in my backlog. It's not going to happen this year. But someday I will beat Bioshock 1, and I will play Infinite. Not sure about 2, although I've heard great things about the Bioshock 2 DLC. But it's a masterpiece. That everyone says it's a masterpiece, so I'm sure I'm missing out. So I would like to play this game someday. But I did buy it. The reason why I bought it, even though I haven't played it to completion, is because it's nice. You know, I got the whole entire franchise in one little package, one disc. Never mind, 2 discs. It's the complete trilogy with all the DLC. I like that. I like the definitiveness. This feels like a complete collection. It's nice. I like that it's done, and when I can get around to it, I'll get around to it. But it's here sitting on my shelf in all of its completed glory, and I'll get around to it. I like the atmosphere, I like the story, I like all that, but it's never really kept me for the full 12 hours, to say the least. Okay, this one I hopefully won't take too long on. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This is the last 3DS game I've purchased, because it was either this or Switch, and I was like, it's kind of cool to have it on the 3DS, especially since it's the full game. You're not missing anything, and I like that it's like the full, well-running game on the 3DS opposed to the Switch. I think it's more appealing that way. It was fun. It was cute. You know, I don't have any flaws with it. It's just a fun little 7-hour puzzle game. Really fun to get all the collectibles for. You know, the onions and the gems, whatever. It's been a while, but it's better than Mommy Knit Valley. I'll say that. This is, for a bit of a gimmicky mobile game kind of puzzle game, this is one of the best ones I've played, if not the best. This is a quality video game. This is by the people who made Odyssey, and you can tell this isn't a phone game. It's actually like, this is fun. Play this if you want just like a little cute puzzle game. I got my sister this. She really liked it. So good like introduction to games. It's very easy to pick up. It was fun. You know, I'll give it a 7. No, I'm putting it with Isaac. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. It's like a low 7, like a 6.5 low 7. Because there's really nothing wrong with this. I mean, the boss fights are a little lame, but who cares? Next up is the single greatest 2D platformer of all time. Oh my god, this game is freaking incredible. So this is the Fangamer version, because I wasn't going to spend $150 on an identical game. But I got the official limited run Best Buy cover, which looks way nicer. Even the inside is way nicer. And the reason why is because I think it looks nicer, and it was like $3. They discontinued it because they caught on that people were buying the $35 Fangamer version, but then using their cover, which I guess they didn't like. But I snagged it before they realized that that's what people were doing. And it has a really nice manual, like a really nice manual. Comes with a poster, DLC patches, all here. This, I have 100%, I can finally say I've completed this game. The DLC I beat this past summer, and it was the hardest thing I have ever done in the video game. Harder than Sekiro, easily. This is the most difficult game I've beat, because of the DLC level alone. Like the C-sides, yes, they were hard. Chapter 4 B-side was hard. The DLC is actually brutal. Like, I beat the Cuphead DLC in one sitting. This DLC took me like 2 or 3 days, but like, I tried beating the DLC after doing all the B-sides and C-sides. I got halfway through, not even. I got like a third of the way through and I gave up. I put the game down for like 2 years, came back 2 years later, beat the DLC finally, and conquered my fear. Insane game. It's the hardest game I've ever beaten, but the base game is very accessible and fun, and you can play the main 7 chapters and be done. But the extra bonus levels for the hardcore are the hardest platforming levels I've ever done. But this is a perfect game. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's the best platformer I've ever played, 2D or 3D, and it's our first 10 out of 10. There's nothing wrong with this game, and the fact that it goes on sale for like $5 on Steam, Switch, etc. is insane. You're getting like 50, 60 hours of game here. It's nuts. I love this game. I'm so glad I have it physically. Thank you, Fangamer, for republishing it. I did not want to spend $150 on a limited run scalper. Speaking of Cuphead, here's Cuphead. Everyone's talking about Cuphead. Everyone knows about Cuphead. It's honestly a modern classic. But what's interesting about this is that they announced the physical way long ago, back in like 2018, but they said they wanted to wait until the DLC was out and the game was finished. And that is awesome. There are so many games that don't do this. This game has patches. This game has been out since 2018 and it had a day 1 update. Wait, where does this go? Oh, this here. Okay. I was very disappointed to find out that Outer Wilds had a day 1 update. Animal Well, I didn't care about that much. But Outer Wilds, being such an old game with a DLC that is also old, should be completely in the box. But nope, that means I'll have to hack my Switch so I can update it if I get a new console, which frickin' sucks. I hate physical copies when they have to have a day 1 update. Or add on to it later and then make 4 versions, looking at you, Dead Cells. But Cuphead, they waited until the game was finished, and I freaking love them for that, because this is the complete game. This is everything. Everything is on the cart, everything. And they did a really good job with the insides too. They have the... Yeah, I mean, they did a really, really good job. But as for the game itself, it's hard, but not nearly the hardest game I've ever beaten. I think the final boss of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is actually harder than any boss in this game, which is crazy to say. It's overhyped. It's not that insane. I think people kind of say, oh, it's the hardest game. If this is, like, hard, you're not playing enough difficult games, because this is challenging. It's challenging, but... I mean, play Celeste. Play a real hard game. Play frickin' Sekiro or something, like... Overhyped to infinity, difficulty-wise. The game's great. The game's amazing, but I think people think it's harder than it is. I beat the DLC in one sitting, one night, with very little struggle. I beat the bonus, the secret boss, the angel and the devil boss, in like 10 minutes. I beat Chef Saltbaker in less than an hour. It was like 40 minutes of attempts. Yeah, this game is not that hard. You guys are weak. You guys are fake gamers. Cuphead though, honestly, I'm gonna give it an 8. I don't think it's... The gameplay isn't the most exciting. It's not bad. I mean, it's an 8 out of 10. That's really high praise. I'm putting this in the same vein as Alien Isolation, but it's not a masterpiece, but it is a classic. The influence that this game has had on the indie game scene is insane, and it deserves all of the praise, recognition, hype, success that is received. It is well deserving of all of that. And speaking of Donkey Kong, I'm not even trying to like transition between games. It just keeps happening. Donkey Kong Country returns 3D. I am not buying the Switch version because I have it right here. It's the full game. It's good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. You know, it's not memorable. Like, I remember Tropical Freeze. I played Tropical Freeze before this. I don't remember this game. I think the final boss was like an octopus. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't that memorable. It's like the triple deluxe, and then you got Planet Robobot. You know, Tropical Freeze is Planet Robobot. This is triple deluxe. It's basic. It's good. It's forgettable though. It's good though. I feel like it doesn't deserve a 6, but I feel like it deserves a 6. But I also feel like people are gonna get mad. Because the thing is, it's not that this is forgettable, it's that Tropical Freeze is so much better in every single way that it undermines this in every single way. But again, like, you have Metroid games that outshine others, but I remember all of them very vividly from one single playthrough, so I think it might be the game's fault. I'm just gonna give it a 6. Alright, maybe Donkey Kong fans will frickin' kill me, but I'll make it up to you guys, hold on. Because Tropical Freeze is one of the best 2D platformers I've ever played. This game is freaking amazing. The boss fights are great, the levels are great, it's memorable, it's beautiful. This game came out in like 2013 on the Wii U, and the final boss I was stuck on for like 5 hours. Now, back then, when I played this in like 2021, I wasn't very good at games, and again, I gave up on Celeste. So, saying that I struggled for 5 hours isn't that crazy. I'm sure if I went back to this, I'd kill him in like less than an hour. But at the time, this final boss destroyed me. It was insane how difficult it was. I thought I would never beat him. But this game is kind of perfect. There's some Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze haters out there, and I do not understand how or why you exist, but it's one of the best games Nintendo's made of all time. This is the best Donkey Kong game. I have not even played the Super Nintendo games. I don't need to. I already know this is the best one. All right. I'm gonna give Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze a freaking 9 out of 10. I'm putting this over Cuphead. I think it's harder than Cuphead. Okay, maybe that. Again, if I return to this after 3 years, maybe it's easier. because I've gotten better, but I remember this game super well. This is an insanely fun, well-designed game. The levels are amazing. I'm giving this, it's amazing. It's great. Next up, our second, well, I guess we have had two Isaacs. Yeah, this is the second roguelike on the list, Dead Cells. They just stopped updating the game for good. Kind of stinks, but they also made a Return to Castlevania edition, which is like the 4th physical copy, before their last update, which is, again, super frustrating. They don't know how to frickin' do these physicals right. They keep adding games, they keep making versions, but they keep updating games after. There is no official, the full game on the cartridge version of Dead Cells, and it's like 5 physical copies. That's kind of sad. But the inside's great. Art book, it's good. I have the 3 main DLC digitally. I have not played Queen in the Sea or whatever it's called, but I have played the first 2. Fatal Falls and I don't know, Bad Seed. I played those a lot. Dead Cells is fun. It's a good game. My problem with this game and eventually Gungeon is that you start to prefer weapons over others, but they're all the same. They're all meant to be like the same quality, but then since they're all the same quality, you're not really tempted to switch weapons or experiment or, you know, mess around with the quantity of the weapons. So gameplay's super repetitive. The only upgrades are like stat ups. I never use any of the active items. I don't like this game. The gameplay's fun though, and the variety of the stages and enemies and bosses are all, my chair is loud, are all really, really good. I understand the hype behind this game. I've played about 65 hours of it. I've gotten the boss cell 3. It's good. It's just not an S-tier roguelike. It's not even in the top 5. It's good though. I'm gonna give it a 7. Because it is fun. If we're ranking just roguelikes, it would go in B tier. But like, not factoring in numbers. I'm just attaching numbers to the scores, because there's so many genres. I can't really compare games to one another. It's more like I'm giving this game a 7 and 8, blah 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 blah. I gotta go faster. There's a lot of games to talk about. Dusk. I love Dusk. Dusk is great. Okay, so the story behind me getting Dusk, not the physical, but the game, is I wanted to play Ultra Kill. Because Foco said, play Ultra Kill. I was like, okay, sure. Ultra Kill, it's now my 3rd favorite game of all time, but besides that, I played Dusk before Ultra Kill to prep for Ultra Kill, and I thought it was fun. And then I played Ultra Kill and it blew my mind. And I kind of forgot about this, I kind of threw it under the rug, swept it under the rug, and I didn't appreciate this for what it was. 3 years later, around 3 years, just last year, I had a craving to play this game again. And I asked for the physical copy for my birthday, got it, played it a second time, and yeah, that craving was not, what's the word? Irrational. Because this game's freaking incredible. This is one of the best first-person shooters ever. Now, it's simple. There's not much going for it that makes it stand out, but the fact that it's this good, this tight, this perfect. Like, there's no fat. There's no fat. It's just go, 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 go. Good level, good mechanic, good gun. It's just fun. It's simple, but effective. This is a good, replayable, fun first-person single-player shooter, and it needs to be hyped. Actually, that's pretty successful. I just feel like Ultra Kill kind of has swept it under the rug ever since that came out, and it is a better game, but Dusk is freaking incredible and super fun and addictive. I would play it a 3rd time. Yeah. Also, for some reason, I struggled the first time on PC, and then I played it on Switch, and I blazed through it. I did better on the controller on this game, because gyro, you use the left bumper to jump, and you B-hop up the... It works pretty well on controller. This game's great on Switch. I'm gonna give it an 8. A lot of 8s, and that's why. And the reason why is because I don't buy bad games. All these games are going to go in A or B tier. Alright, this one, thankfully, I don't have much to say about. End is Nigh. This is by the guy who made Isaac. I just heard good things about it. I was like, 2D platformer by the guy who made Isaac. I'm in. I also got it at the game store. But I rented it from the library, so I saved money. And then I went to the game store and it was still there and I bought it. Look at those extras. Oh, shoot. Look at the little ash. Yeah, that's not gonna focus. There you go. Look at the little ash squishy. But this game is super, super underrated. Everyone knows about Super Meat Boy. This is the unofficial spiritual successor to that game. And it's really good. It's really good. This is a 2D platformer. I basically 100% it. I got all the collectibles. I didn't do all of the cassette levels or VHSs because they were too hard. But I got all the tumors. And I did the true hard ending. I did all the extra levels. Really fun, really difficult, but just good time. It's a good time. It's a good 2D platformer. I don't think it's an 8. I think there's a lot of BS RNG because you got like enemies and mechanics that like that aren't consistent. You know I'm not gonna put an image up because I don't want to edit any of this. But you know the pink clouds in Celeste that make you jump high if you like time it right, but they're like really finicky, and the stupid all the core level Celeste mechanics, those are inconsistent. They're physics based. There's a lot of that in here, and it's really annoying. There's enemies that respond to like where you are, and it can feel really unfair and unpredictable. Like the levels can be inconsistent, and it feels like dying isn't your fault. It is the game's fault. Besides that, though, it's amazing. Yeah. 7 out of 10. I recommend it, even though it's a 7. You know, is it 7? Only a 7? I could play better games. I'll say this: if you like Super Meat Boy, play it. That's it. If you like Super Meat Boy, play this game. It's Super Meat Boy 2. Same dev, same sense of humor. It's amazing. Oh boy. All right, enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon. This is enter exit though, because it's cheaper than just getting Gungeon. I was like, yeah, why not? It's a free game, bundled in. But this is currently what I'm playing when I'm not playing like an actual big boy title. I don't like it. I'm 10 hours in. I'm trying, but it has the same problem with Dead Cells, where all the weapons are the same quality. It feels. And there's just weapons that are better than others, and I feel demotivated from experimenting, and I feel like I always go to the same weapons. I don't like the active items. It feels very repetitive. Again, just another roguelike that Isaac kind of ruined for me. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna beat it at least once, but right now I'm not terribly impressed. But I have played enough of it to give it a rating, because I've gotten a feel for everything. I can see why people love it. It's Isaac for people who hate Isaac. You know, it's fast-paced. It's, you know, you don't shoot in 4 directions, because everyone complains about not being able to shoot diagonally. Yeah, you can. Get good. Frickin' Gungeon. I'm gonna give this a 7. I feel like it's gonna go up to an 8 for me, but right now I'm not terribly impressed. It's good, but same problem with Dead Cells with the variety. The variety's a little bit better, but also Dead Cells is way more fun to play. I prefer the hacking, slashing, parrying, rolling behind, killing everything in one hit over the really slow shooting of this. But the boss fights are fun and fast-paced, I will not lie. I get overwhelmed easily from this game. It gets pretty intense. A roguelike I like. Finally. Hades. Hades, it's good. Now here's the problem with Hades though. People give this S tier on roguelike tier lists. It's not. because Hades is a amazing game. I'm excited to play the sequel, but also at the same time, Hades is a terrible roguelike, because you finish it, I don't know how many times it takes to get the true ending. I think you have to beat the game like 11 times, 13 times, around there. But once you get that true ending and get the credits, the official ending, there's nothing left for you except for grinding out the last few unlocks, which at that point are purely cosmetic because you've beaten the game. But the 50 hours that it took, exactly 50 hours by the way, to get to that true ending, had me hooked, engaged. I never felt bored, never felt repetitive, even though you only have 4 bosses, which is horrible variety. It never felt repetitive though. 50 hours. That's a lot of time. It didn't feel like 50, it felt like 10. So, amazing game, good job. This is the best roguelike to get into, easily. This is the most accessible. But I see it more as a great game with roguelike elements, rather than a roguelike game. Because you're not going to be playing this long term. I mean, some people have for 200 hours, but I think it's replayable enough just so you get to the ending. But like once you get to the ending and you peel back the layers finally, you're like, wow, there's nothing here for me. But it kept me engaged until the very end, and I think it's an amazing game. Amazing game. If this was a roguelike ranking, I would give this like a B or C tier. But as a video game, as an experience, as a completely independent thing, it's a 9. This game's incredible. It's so good. And I'm very excited for the sequel, but as a roguelike, it's not it. I will go Isaac, Splunky 2, Revita, Slay the Spire, any of those over this. I don't have any desire to return to this, especially since Hades 2 is coming out. I'm excited for that. It's already out, but it's in early access. It doesn't count. I'm waiting until 1.0. Okay. Yep. Hollow Knight is as freaking good as indie games get. This game is, I mean, it blows my mind how like 3 people made this game. It's the biggest Metroidvania in scope, concept, everything. Every boss is amazing. 100%ing it was a blast. White Palace, Path of Pain, Radiance. All I can say is play it. Even if you haven't played a Metroid game and you feel lost and confused and frustrated, just play. Go places you haven't been to yet. Explore. Just, if you get stuck, go somewhere else. Look at your map, go to where you haven't been yet. Because I don't even know what to say. This game is absolutely perfect. I can't think of anything wrong with it. And when Silksong comes out, that will be Game of the Year. Calling it now. Honestly, maybe in 2026. Sounds crazy to say. We've been waiting for like 6 years already, but every year that goes by, the sooner we get to it releasing, because it's coming. You know, memes aside, coping aside, Silksong is on its way. It's going to release. Because you don't get that far into developing a game and then call it quits. But that game will set them for life. If this hasn't already, it's going to be a massive success. It's still in top 5 most wish-listed games on Steam. It's massive. People want this game. It's going to be amazing. And I'm all here for it. But gosh, Hollow Knight fans suck, dude. Guys, be more patient. Jeez. Kid Icarus Uprising. Okay, so when I got my 3DS, made that terrible video, this was the first game I played on it. I waited to play this on my new 3DS once I've modded it, when I could have just played it on my 2DS, and it was amazing. It was a great time. This is the best 3DS game. Well, if we were going to be objective, it'll probably be one of the N64 Zelda remakes, but this is the best original 3DS game. It is amazing. I don't know how it runs. I don't know how it plays this well. It's incredible. The story is great. The characters are super fun to listen to. The final boss is intense. It's the fact that this runs and is on exclusively the 3DS tiny handheld is insane, because this is a cinematic, massive game. And it's as good as people say, and the multiplayer is freaking nuts before Nintendo ruined it. But Pretendo, I just wish they would make Scare Scraper. But this is, it's close to a 10, but it's not quite there. So I'm gonna give it a 9. But this game is absolutely insane. It's so good. So good. Kirby in the Forgotten Land. Alright, so this got announced, and I'm a humongous Kirby fan. I love Kirby. I've always loved Kirby. He's one of my favorite franchises when I was younger. And then I started playing hard games and I realized this is a franchise for little babies. But at the same time, I still have appreciation for him. But this game came out and I had zero desire to play it. I was like, whatever. And then I played it. And I felt like, dang, okay. I felt indifferent to this, I still do. There are Kirby games I still have a passionate love for. We'll get to them in a second, actually, since in alphabetical order, we're getting to the Kirby franchise now. I wasn't impressed. There are many franchises that have transitioned to 3D, and it was a massive deal. Ocarina of Time, Mario 64, Metroid Prime, but this doesn't feel that groundbreaking. It just feels basic, too easy. Like, I understand why people like it, but as a huge Kirby fan, for some reason, I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't dislike it, but I'll go to 6. It's not bad, it's just, I just don't care for it. But on the other hand, Kirby Planet Robobot. I spent like $60 on this, $70 on eBay. So much money. Kid Icarus was $100. Forgot to mention that. Kirby Planet Robobot. Best Kirby game. It has the best level design, the most creative level design, the best theme, some of the best boss fights. It's the best Kirby game. I gotta go a little faster, so if I start feeling lazy, don't blame me. It's already been like 40 minutes and I have gotten like, I'm like 20% done. I gotta go. I have a lot. Kirby Planet Robot is an 8 out of 10 game. Okay, Kirby Return to Dreamland. Super nostalgic for this game. I played this when I was a kid. I did co-op. There's nothing really special about it. We got a freaking Switch remake, remaster recently, for some reason, but it's good. It's good, it's fun. I prefer Triple Deluxe. I'm gonna give this, well, which one's better? Triple Deluxe is better. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give this 7 out of 10. And I'm gonna give Triple Deluxe also a 7 out of 10. Okay, Triple Deluxe is, people like to hate on it because it's basic and it's on the same system as Planet Robobot, which is the best in the entire franchise. But this is a really fun game. I like the mini games. DDD's Drum Dash is really fun. I like the Hypernova ability, even though it's really gimmicky. I just like how there's no theme to it, but at the same time it's like it's a simple, down-to-earth not Mario, God, Kirby experience. It's fun. It's charming. I like the clown theme when it happens, but I just have a lot of nostalgia for this game. And this is like my second favorite Kirby game. I actually like this game. Honestly, I'm gonna give it an 8. It might not be deserving of it, but I really like it. I like this game a lot. It's cozy. It's just, I have a lot of good memories with this one. Oh boy, okay, now we have, like, 10 Zelda games to go through. Breath of the Wild. Uh-oh. We gotta talk about Breath of the Wild. This was the first game I played on my Switch back in 2021. I don't like it. I don't like it. I played it for about 35 hours. I took my time. I beat it. It's not... I don't know why. I can't explain it. But I just didn't love this game. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I played it. But I didn't feel compelled to do all the shrines. I didn't feel like doing everything. And I hated that all the divine beasts and bosses were freaking lame as heck, dude. Everything was so basic. Like, I'm sure this was revolutionary in 2017, but I was playing this in 2021, alright? And all the bosses and dungeons sucked. They were so boring. I was so used to the 3D dungeon Zeldas having great... 3D Zeldas having great dungeons, and the dungeons in this were trash. And that's my favorite part of the Zelda games. I mean, it's good. But at the same time, Tears of the Kingdom completely replaces this game, and I have no point of ever returning to this thing, because Tears of the Kingdom is the first Nintendo game to replace a prior game. So this poor thing just got freaking... I didn't like it to begin with, now it's just like... There's no point in owning this. I know people are gonna hate that opinion, but Tears of the Kingdom better. And all the games fell to the floor. That's fine. Link's Awakening Remake. Wait. Okay, I didn't hear the cartridge jiggling. Amazing. Amazing. Dungeons, fun, difficult. The pillar one? Oh, that one hurt my brain. It was so good. It was like the best Zelda dungeon ever in a 2D Zelda. Really good final boss. Really fun. Great map. Great progression. Great exploration. Weird. I liked that it wasn't Hyrule. It felt unfamiliar for once. The only other 2D Zelda I played was Link Between Worlds, which we'll get to in a second. But this is honestly one of the most fun Zelda games I've played. I can't think of anything wrong with it, and I would replay it. I think the crypticness that Zeldas have was not that bad here. It felt pretty doable. But I love the mechanics, I love the dungeons, I love the setting, everything about it. Yeah, I wish it didn't run at like 25 FPS, but I'm actually pretty excited to play Echoes of Wisdom, because I love this one, and that's just gonna be more of this. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna give it a 9. It's really fun. This was a fun game. And what's crazy is that I was going to play this, but I already had like sped run through like 5 games on my backlog prior to this. This was a couple years ago. And I was not feeling it. I was getting annoyed. And I was burnt out, and I was like, I'm gonna put this game down, come back to it a couple years later when I actually want to play it. I'm so glad I did, because if I played through that entire game miserable, would have ruined it. But I waited, came back to it when I had time, and now I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 subjective score. I love it. Love it. Link Between Worlds. I didn't play Link to the Past, but Link Between Worlds is probably the best 2D Zelda, but I like Link's Awakening more. It's good. It's really good. The wall mechanic is genius. I think it's the best mechanic out of any Zelda game. The 2 worlds, the painting mechanic, I think it's awesome. The best part about this game is the fact that the dungeons are, you can do them in any order. I think that is genius. You have a giant map, but at a point, once you do like the first initial 3, you can do every single dungeon in any order you want, and then do the final boss. I think that's awesome. I would love to see another Zelda game do that formula. Because Link's Awakening was very, very, very linear. But another masterpiece. This game is incredible. It's freaking 9. It's gonna be a lot of 9s and 10s for these Zelda games. It's really consistent franchise, you know. It's amazing. What can I say about this frickin' game, dude? What the oh my gosh. I played Ocarina of Time on my 3DS in like 2017, and I loved it. It was my first Zelda game. And then Majora's Mask got announced, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Target, spend $40 of my own hard-earned money, and buy and play this game. And I played it, and I beat it, and oh my god, it was amazing. This game is one of my favorite Zelda games. I'd say it's my second or third. We'll get to my other top three, but there's something about this game that is so good. By the way, the dungeons are incredible. Deku One's a little bit basic, but I still really like it, but the other three are some of the best in the franchise. I like the water one. I like it. The bosses kind of suck. I'll admit it. But that's okay, because you're not here for the 4 dungeons, because that's nothing. Comparing that to the like 7 dungeons in Ocarina of Time, it puts it to shame. You're here for the side content, these side quests. This game, 100% completing it, is insane. The side quests are better than the main content, and that brings it to a 10. I know it's not perfect. Again, the bosses suck, but this game's insane. It's insane. This game's insane. How did Nintendo make this in a year? Under pressure, reusing assets, crunching. Work of art. They got weird in the game development studio, let me tell you. Ocarina of Time. It's another 10. Zelda's freaking good for a reason. 10 out of 10. Every dungeon's great. Even the water one. I still like the water one. There's too many dungeons that are pretty fun, if not basic. Story's great, progression's great, length is great, bosses are great. It's iconic. It's a 3D translation of Link to the Past. And it's so big and grand and sprawling and fun. I've beaten this game like 3 times. Maybe 4. But I have like 90 hours on this. And I have the manga. I love this game. It was my first Zelda game. Started it all for me. And it still holds up phenomenally. It's so good. Only complaint? I mean, Hyrule Field's freaking lame. And you gotta spam A and hear like a billion times. But that's kind of just another charming thing about it, because this game came out in 1999. And the fact that those are my only problems, and they kind of like feed into the charm of like this being an old game. It's like old game jank. It's a retro game that's still good to this day. And I freaking love it. 10 out of 10. Amazing. There's a reason why everyone says this is one of the best games of all time, alright? It's because it is. Ocarina of Time, dude. If you haven't played this game, what are you doing? Stop playing Call of Duty, you sicko. Freaking play this game. Gosh darn it. Emulate it. Masterpiece. Skyward Sword. I'm gonna say it right now. I like this game more than Wind Waker and Breath of the Wild. Hot take, I know. This game is bland, looks boring, is too long, goes back to every pre-existing area a second time because it runs out of frickin' game content, and pads out their length, makes you fight the same boss like 4 times, and none of them are fun. And yet, it has some of the best dungeons in the entire series. Wow, this game's good. This game's great. And the bosses and dungeons are some of the best. This has better dungeons than Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time, and Breath of the Wild, and Wind Waker, and Tears of the Kingdom. This game has the second This is the second best game in terms of dungeons in the entire franchise. And everyone hates on it. It's hilarious. There's so many problems with this game, and yet it's so good in other areas. How? What? This game's weird. This game's freaking weird. Also, the final boss. It's probably one of my favorite final bosses. And the combat's just Wii Sports Resort sword fighting. I'm giving it an 8. Stupid. Here's the Kingdom. So remember how I said I didn't like Breath of the Wild at all? Yeah, I played 100 hours of this in a month, and loved every single second of it, and I basically completed it outside of Korok Seeds and side quests. This game hooked me. I was addicted. I understood for the first time in my life why people like open world games, because I was invested. I was playing this game every single night, every single day, for like 3 hours on average a day, playing this until like 1 a.m. in bed. I loved it. I was hooked. I played this game non-stop every single day for a month. I did every shrine, every light route, and then at the very end of when I was like, okay, I'm done, I killed Ganon, got that sick ending. Freaking best final boss I think Nintendo's ever done. Insane game. 9 out of 10. Holy freaking crap, this game's good. And this is coming from a Breath of the Wild hater. This game felt freaking fresh. This game is good. It's my second favorite Zelda game. And now I get to talk about what my favorite Zelda game is. And I played this recently. I played this in July. And that is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I didn't expect to like this that much. I'll get into why in a moment, because Wind Waker's after this. I was expecting a good game. I was hoping for it to be better than Wind Waker. And what I got was my favorite Zelda game of all time. I didn't expect to like this much. But the dark tone, the story, the characters, the fact that this feels like the biggest attempt at a story in a Zelda game ever, looked this good on GameCube, and had the best selection of dungeons ever, and such great bosses, and a perfect length, and almost no backtracking, and a world worth exploring. This was perfect. This is right here just as good as Ocarina of Time, and no one talks about it. I feel like it's getting more appreciation over the past few years, but I feel like every video essay or review of this game is like Twilight Princess, the most underrated Zelda game. Cause dude, this game was everything fans wanted when it came out, but then people were like didn't like it in 2010s, and now in 2020s I feel like people love this game again, and it's deserving of it. This is, I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I like it more than Ocarina of Time. I mean, thinking of flaws, like, I mean, the second to last dungeon kind of sucked, but like, besides that, the combat, the controls, everything, it just clicked. It was just so good, man. Screw it, this is my list. I'm giving Twilight Princess a 10 out of 10, dude. This is my favorite Zelda game. And another reason why I liked it so much, because of this piece of crap. Okay, so this is a massively loved, super popular Zelda game that people love. People love this game. My best friend loves this game. I don't like this game. I don't like it. I really don't. This game is frickin' lame. The dungeons stink. think I liked 2 of them. When you know how Zelda games kind of, you got the first 3 dungeons, the forest, fire, water, Deku's, Goron's, Zora's. You get the first 2, right? And then the third one, you go to an island, and it tells you to frick off, and you never go back. And instead, you go find this guy, this like fish in a cave, and he gives you the 3rd jewel. So it takes the formula of every single 3D Zelda ever, where you get the first 3, and then the game kind of turns into a bigger idea, and it just hands you the 3rd one. There's no 3rd dungeon. There's no 3rd water dungeon. No, you don't get that. 2 of the dungeons rely on companions and were annoying. The bosses were lame. I didn't like the sailing. I frickin' think that it just felt like going from island to island, dungeon to dungeon. And it was like, wow, this is going really fast. Why is this game 30 hours? And you find out why it's 30 hours. It's because they put in the stupid Triforce quest. So the game was longer. I didn't like the dungeons. I didn't like the bosses. And then you had to do the stupid stealth dungeon mission like 3 times. And it was the most frustrating first 2 hours I've ever had with a Nintendo game. I hated the first area. Yeah. I don't like this game. This is my least favorite Zelda game. No, I like more than Breath of the Wild. It's like, I should like this, and I just don't. And I was thinking, oh, maybe I was just like in a bad mood. And then I played Twilight Princess like a week after, and I freaking, my socks were blown off. This game sucks. I'm giving this 6 out of 10. I would give it a 5, but at that point I'm just gonna get freaking killed when I have assassins going after me. So I'll put it at a 6. Again, the characters, super great. I loved Tetra. She was like the first attempt at having Zelda be like a person, and it didn't feel stupid. Actually, no, it did feel stupid, because the second she became Zelda, she never shows up again. She's confident, she's funny, she saved your butt like multiple times, and then she's like, and then they do the, you're a wizard, Harry, you're Zelda, Tetra, and she's like, oh, I'm a what? And then you know what she does? She frickin' becomes a wuss. She doesn't help you anymore. Once she figures out she's Zelda, she just hides in the frickin' tomb for the whole game. Like, you were confident and independent the entire game. And now that you're in a dress, you're frickin' useless? What? Where did the characterization go? Where did anything go? They frickin' sidelined her. She was like the best character in the whole game, and they just got rid of her. Stupid. And Link's great, he's funny, graphics are amazing, art style's amazing. It's frickin' everything about it. It's stupid. The final boss was cool, but it just felt like this game did everything in its power to piss me off. It just felt like this game did everything in its power to piss me off in some sort of way. Not for me. Anyway, that's all the Zeldas. So we have 3 in A tier and 3 in S tier. If you couldn't tell, it's a pretty good franchise. Yep. Wait, no, sorry. 3 in S tier, 3 in 10 out of 10 perfect game tier. It's insane. Also, I heard that the Twilight Princess game has a really good manga series. It's like really long. That's so cool. That's so cool. Luigi's Mansion time. Luigi's Mansion 1. Really fun game. I got the 3DS version. I'd rather have it on handheld than not. Hold on. Luigi's Mansion 1. Really fun, really short. It's like 3 hours, good spooky time. It's one of those games you can beat in one sitting, like Metroid Zero Mission. Really fun, really replayable, simple. I enjoyed it. not much to say. I need to freaking hurry up too, so this is nice. Luigi's Mansion gets an 8 out of 10. It's simple, but really fun and replayable, and I think that elevates it from a, 7. Luigi's Mansion 2. Okay, so I've talked about this in my 3DS video, but I don't really want to recommend anyone watch that video because it's my worst video. But Luigi's Mansion 2 has the best gameplay out of the trilogy, and the worst levels, because it's mission-based, and everyone likes to dog on it. I think it has good levels, but the mission-based structure does suck. It's really annoying. And what's funny is that they ported this to Switch, and they could have just reprogrammed a little bit of the game so you don't have to leave the level. But they couldn't even do the bare minimum, and it's still $60. But Luigi's Mansion 2 is really fun. I think the Skyscraper multiplayer is the most fun multiplayer Nintendo's ever made, and now it's gone, and I need Pretendo to get on that ASAP. But I mean, by the way, Luigi's Mansion 3 Skyscraper sucks, dude. Skyscraper on here, I spent like 30 to 40 hours on it. It's so good. But it's a good game, good boss fights, good levels, good variety. The levels are really good again, but the mission-based structure is annoying as all heck. And I do not think it's overhated for that. But again, the gameplay, the moving in the opposite direction as the ghost, to charge up and then kind of do like a blast that like depletes a lot of health, like in a chunk. Really good. The gameplay's the best here, ever. Better than 3. I'm gonna give Luigi's Mansion 2... Gosh, I mean, I'll give it an 8. I think all the good outweighs the bad. Again, the levels, the areas, the variety, the gameplay is all the best of the series, but the freaking mission-based is annoying. But this would be a 9 if it wasn't mission-based. I seriously think that everything about this game is the best of its trilogy. And that brings us to Luigi's Mansion 3. Skyscraper sucks. I don't like the slam mechanic. It ruins all momentum, everything. But I will not lie. Beautiful game. Graphically, probably the best Switch game. I know that's just what Arlo said, but I see what he means. But man, dude, the levels are great. Everything about this game is great. Super good, like, length. Excellent. Man, Subway Surface is lagging. It's fine. Man, this guy sucks. Cooling Heart? Yeah, Cooling Heart, you suck. Suck at this game. I could do better than you. Anyway, Luigi's Mansion 3. I like 2 more, but I'm gonna give it an 8, which is freaking nuts. We have all 3 Luigi's Mansion games in 8 out of 10 tier. That's how consistent this franchise is. I can't imagine how good Dude, bring back this... Oh my god, if they go back to multiple mini dungeons... Not mini dungeons, gosh, mini mansions. Like, you get 5, like, decent-sized ones, but they don't take you out every freaking 2 minutes. And they bring back... And they get rid of the slam mechanic. Masterpiece. Please, go back to the gameplay loop of 2. This is really good, though. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. My friend Joe got me this for my birthday, like, a couple years ago. I played 30 minutes, got bored, quit, and then I was like, I want you to play Ultra Kill. I'll make you a deal. I'll play one of those games I didn't finish. And I chose Mario plus Rabbids over, I believe, like, Subnautica. And, I finished it. I really liked it. This was a fun game. I think the boss fights are really good. I think the level design's great. A lot of variety, good length. Puzzles were fine. I will say everything outside of the battles themselves was really lame. It was refreshing, but I mean, the game is really just turn-based battle to turn-based battle. But for a turn-based strategy game, I really enjoyed it. The simplicity helped me not get overwhelmed, but I had a good time. I don't think it's 9 out of 10 though, which Alpha Red believes. Actually, no, he thinks it's a 10. I'll give it a 7. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I finished it. It's a good entryway to the strategy game genre. I mean, I would play Pikmin over this, but it was good too. All right, got 3 Mario Kart games. Mario Kart 7. This is the one I grew up with. I played multiplayer all the time. I got 3 stars on everything, even 200cc and Mir. I played so much freaking multiplayer. The multiplayer is so good. It barely crashed. It's amazing, and I think they still have it because of Nintendo. Mario Kart 8's better, yeah, but this is the one that I grew up with, and I would play this in bed, multiplayer, going crazy, getting 3rd, 4th place. Super fun. Super good multiplayer. I loved it. I like that you can vote for your own map, which Mario Kart 8 doesn't let you do. Not my favorite. But I have so much nostalgia for this game. I think it holds up. Even though Mario Kart 8 is better, I think Mario Kart 7 holds a special place in my heart. And I just like the fact that it's running on the frickin' 3DS. Although Mario Kart DS is a better single-player experience, we'll get to that in a moment. But the multiplayer of this game is still the 2nd best multiplayer behind Mario Kart 8, especially since it's still alive, thanks to Nintendo. You can still play this online. Really good. Really good. I'm gonna give this... It's kind of hard to give a score to Mario Kart and Mario Party games, but... I don't know. Here, I'll give it a 7 for Mario Kart 7, and I'll give Mario Kart 8 an 8. We'll do that. Mario Kart 8. Oh god, wait, no, they have the DLC levels. Never mind, it's a 9. It's a freaking 9. Gosh darn it. Okay, yeah, the DLC levels make this freaking amazing, but Mario Kart 8 Battle Mode is back. It's great. Multiplayer, great. Runs freaking amazing. 60 FPS. Looks great. It's Mario Kart. This is my go-to party game. Because Smash Bros, you can't play that with a group of people, bro. You can't. Mario Kart, anyone can play. Anyone. This is it. This is it. This is my go-to party game. I already put it up, but 9. Mario Kart DS is, for some reason, the 2nd best single-player experience that you can have with Mario Kart behind Mario Kart 8, obviously. For some reason, this game plays so good. The drifting is so freaking unique. No other Mario Kart game, to my knowledge, has this style of drifting. Instead of holding drift, you constantly go to build up speed. Like, you drift in place rapidly. It's really different, but it's also like super fun, and you have mission mode, which is why this is so good. But if you want Mario Kart, like, this is really good. I mean, I would just play Mario Kart 8, but the fact that this plays differently than any other Mario Kart, I think, kind of elevates it to be its own thing and worth getting. This is seriously like a really good Mario Kart game. It holds up. It's great. Freaking 8. I think it's better than 7. Not that I think it's better than 7. I think it has more going for it. Like, 7 is a worse version of 8. DS just kind of stands on its own. It's really good. Next up. Oh. This is the only Mario Party game I have. Kind of. Well, I'll show you the other one in a second, but it doesn't really count. This is my childhood Mario Party. Nathaniel Bandy said this. I don't agree with that man very much, but he said that the best Mario Party is the Mario Party you grew up with, and I completely agree with that. Nostalgia is a female dog, because gosh darn it, dude, this game is so good. I love the minigames. I love the music. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I love it. This game means a lot to me. This game means a lot to me. It's just, I mean, I'm gonna give it an 8. I can't really... It's Mario Party. It's not... You can't put a number on this thing. I'm just putting it as an 8, but this means a lot to me. What doesn't is this. I don't know why I bought this. Maybe it's good. I wouldn't... Okay, so you know how Mario Kart DS is like the definitive single-player Mario Kart? I heard that for this, and then I realized after buying it, why would I play Mario Party alone? What's the point? I would never do that. So now I own this. I spent like $10 on it, but this game doesn't frickin' need to be in my collection. I'm not gonna play this. Again, it was $10. If I try to trade it into a local game store, they're gonna give me like $3. But the minigames look good. I've heard good things, but like, why would I play this? Impulse buy. First impulse buy. This I regret this. I'm sure it's good, but I don't care. Alright, now we have the Metroid games. Metroid Dread. This is my first Metroid game. I didn't play Hollow Knight. I played like 2 hours of Hollow Knight and quit, but I never played a Metroidvania before this. I was like, I'll try it, you know, I'll rent it from the library. I just got a Switch. I want games to play. So I got Metroid Dread. And I proceeded to play the other 4 2D Metroid games right after beating this. And then played Hollow Knight and loved it. I frickin' this game made me a Metroidvania fan. I wouldn't have played Hollow Knight if it weren't for this game. Also, I don't have it because it's only on Super Nintendo, but Super Metroid is in my top 10. I love what this game did for me, but I also love it because it's freaking amazing. This game's good. The only problem with the game is that the music sucks. It's forgettable. Metroid is known for memorable music. Prime has it. Super Metroid has it. The boss fights also are repeated sometimes, but they're so good, I don't freaking care. This game's amazing. What's weird though about this game is that it does lock you behind areas. Like you go to a new area and it forces you to go to another new area, but then you can't backtrack to the previous 2 areas because you weren't done. And it kind of there's like a point early on where it like shoves you through 3 areas before you can explore any of them. It's a little weird, but it helps with the feeling of being lost. Like, it's really, really linear. But I also kind of like that about it. This is an amazing game. If you haven't played Metroid, Hollow Knight, any of it, play this. Frickin' 9 out of 10. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. Metroid Prime. Fun fact, I actually bought this 3 days before Metroid Prime Remastered got announced. I got halfway through this game, and then I found out that I was supposed to be collecting these things that go in like the main area, and then I put the game down out of frustration because I realized I didn't make any progress. That's what happened. I was struggling to get through this game. I was getting annoyed. Backtracking wasn't fun. I was getting lost. I wasn't having fun. I was like, I'm just gonna beat the game, so I can say I finished it. And then I found out I made no progress, being like 6 or 7 hours in, because I was apparently supposed to be looking for certain things. I frickin' dropped the game. This is probably my hottest take. I love Metroid. I played all 5 2D games. I played Zero Mission twice. I will gladly replay Super. This game is not for me. I don't think Metroid works in the 3D space. It's too frustrating and overwhelming. It's good. I see why it's good. But I don't like it. Objectively, it's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 game, but it's... I'm gonna give it a 6. 6 out of 10s right now are games that are good that I don't like. So I feel like I have to keep Donkey Kong there and move everything else down to a 5. Yeah, it's disappointing. You know what's funny? I got this game, I was like 2 hours in, and you know what I did? I bought the whole franchise before realizing, oh, I don't like this. So, Metroid Prime 2, impulse buy. By the way, this was expensive. This was like 80 bucks. Metroid Prime 3, impulse buy. Metroid Prime Hunters, impulse buy. Prime franchise isn't for me. I hope you guys like Prime 4 because I'm not playing it. Now we have Metroid Prime Samus Returns. So, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, right? After playing Dread. I played Dread, loved it. I played Zero Mission, loved it. First half. Once you kill Mother Brain, I feel like the game drops off. And should have just ended there. But this game sucks. I don't like this game. I mean, it's good. No, it's good. But I don't know what I didn't like about it, but it was too long, too linear. There was no backtracking. You went from level to level, you explored the full level, then you continued. My chair stopped clicking, jeez. There's no backtracking, and I think that's essential to a Metroid game. I know I was complaining about it with Prime just a few moments ago, but with here, I feel like it backtracks too much, and just feels really lacking. I don't like it. I mean, I'm glad I bought it. I would be lying if I didn't say I enjoyed it, but Dread did it better. This game crawled so Dread could run. I'm giving it a 6. Because I did enjoy it more than Kirby and Wind Waker. Easily. I don't freaking know. It's Minecraft. Where do I put Minecraft? Where do I put Minecraft? I have to make a whole new tier, Minecraft tier. I can't rank this. I can't rate this game, dude. I mean, I couldn't if I tried. It's Minecraft. I'm not saying in a way like, well, you want me to say it's perfect? No, I'm just saying like, it's like trying to rank. It's like trying to rank Gmod. Minecraft is what you want it to be. If we're talking straight going into the Nether, Ender Dragon, that as a game, I mean, it's kind of like a 7 out of 10, but like, it's Minecraft. I can't give this a score. It's Minecraft here, alright? It's the only one getting this, though. So you know how we had the one row? We're finally done with that. So that means we're halfway done. I have 2 hours left. I think I got this. But I see some really good games I want to talk about in depth, so let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Next up, oh, this is gonna be easy. Our second impulse buy, nope, 5th. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. I've heard really good things about it. This is a similar story with New Leaf, where it's like, it's some of the, wait, is something broken? Okay, no. It's similar to New Leaf, where it's like, this is a definitive game in the franchise. I can play just this and be satisfied and not play any other games. It's a standalone experience. If I want to ever play it, I will. Problem is, I'm not going to play this. Again, spent like 10 bucks on it. It's, like, it didn't break my wallet like the Prime games. Hunters was 60, freaking Prime 2 was 80. I actually would sell this game, because I know for a fact I'm not going to play it. Like the Prime games, sure, I'll hold on to it. There's no reason for me to own this. I thought I might play it someday, and then I realized there are actually games I want to play. So, and this isn't one of them. Again, I have a backlog, and apparently Bioshock and Subnautica. This game, I'm good. It's long too. Like the how long to beat is over 100. I'm fine. I'd rather play Persona 5. Impulse Pie. Oh wait, oops. This game's good. I got this for my birthday. I played, I think, 8 hours straight in one sitting. Went to sleep because it was like 3 a.m. Woke up, played another 4 hours, beat the game, 100%ed it as I went, so I didn't have to grind when I beat the game. Got gold medal and got the freaking blue medal and everything. Did all the bonus stuff. I completed it in like 18 hours in about 24 hours time. And when I beat it, I immediately went to buy it on Switch. This game is so good. I know. Freaking, I mean, like, cover aside, horniness aside, frickin' Americans trying to be kawaii cringe aside, dude, oh my god, this game is good. I actually like the story too. I did like the story by the end of it. I think it toned it down by the end. I'm not gonna spoil it. I mean, I've been spoiling the games this whole time. I'll say it. People start dying, so things get serious. All that cringe that you've heard about, it goes away. It's like getting shoes, right? They're uncomfortable. You break them in, they feel great. This breaks in. And the gameplay, the level design, the replayability is so good. I'm tempted to give it a 10 out of 10. But I don't think it's... No. I seriously think this is a perfect game and is a must-play. It is absolutely an indie masterpiece, and holy frickin' crap, dude. There's a reason why Donkey and Foco... No, Donkey didn't give this number 1, but Foco did. Foco gave this number 1 of the year. It's cause it's that good. This game. If you like Doom, play this game. If you like Ultra Kill, play this game. If you like any 3D platformer ever, play this game. This is the only game I've played where it takes a 3D platformer and a shooter and combines it to actually make it work. It's the only game that actually works. It's the best of both worlds. It's more of a platformer than a shooter. But dude, masterpiece. Also, alongside a lot of games I own, there is no art on the inside. It's white. I printed this out at Staples and put it in because I freaking hate that you just open it and you see nothing. I hate it. Stop doing that, guys. Double side your freaking sleeves, please. It's perfect. I know I hesitated giving it a 10, but it's perfect. Play this game, please. Please play this game. Alright, now we have the Super Mario games. Super Mario Bros. 1 is really good. It holds up well. It's nostalgic. The minigames are not as good as Super Mario 64, and I never touch them because Mario 64 has the better selection. But this is a really good game. This was back when they felt original and creative. I think it's good. I don't think it's great, but it's pretty good. It's decent. It's decent. I'm gonna give it a... I think I need to move a few things around real quick, because 6... What's this guy doing? Cooling Heart, what are you doing? Cooling heart. Are you soft locked? You can just restart, you know. Wait, hold on. I gotta watch this. This is a very... The guy doesn't know what to do. What are you doing? He's still trying to get out. Just restart. What is bro doing? Oh my gosh, he just stays like that. Bro, just restart. He's still trying. He stays like that for freaking 15 minutes. Dude, this guy sucks. As I was saying, I've been using 6 out of 10 to like do games that I think are good but forgettable. This isn't forgettable, but it is a 6 out of 10. So I think I need to move a few things down to 6. I'm gonna put Triple Deluxe in 7 out of 10. I'm gonna put no, that's fine. Yeah, okay, that's good. 6 out of 10. It New Super Mario Brothers fatigue aside, this is still really good. I'm surprised we haven't had a 4 out of 10 game yet. Nothing in F tier. I don't see anything that could go in there either. No, I see one. Oh no, I think there's going to be one game down there. Yeah. There's only one game on this list that's going to go in the F tier. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know which one's going to be. This is bland and lame. I'm good. When did this come out? This came out in 2012. This came out before this. That is a huge reason why. I like this game. This is the game I have the most nostalgia for. But, Jesus, sorry. Chair's freaking annoying. This game is the one I have the most nostalgia for. I think it's not the best, but I like it. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 in a second, but this game, I don't feel anything towards this game. The gimmick's dumb. The gimmick of this is 4-player Mario. That's cool. It works well. Collect 1,000,000 coins, really? Collect 1,000,000 coins. Alright, I'm gonna put, Mario Bros. 2 in a 5 out of 10 tier. It's not bad, it's just freaking lame. I'm gonna put New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I'm gonna put it in a 6. Nah. Yeah, I'll do 6 out of 10. It's more of a 7. But this is a blend of subjective and objective. Like, Luigi's Mansion 2 shouldn't be an 8 out of 10. But I'm putting it as that. Yeah, that feels good. Oh boy. I have not played the DLC. I plan on it. Play this game. Play this game. Just go buy it on Steam for like 20 bucks, or wait for it to go on sale, and just play this game. Don't look at anything. And you've been like, oh my god, everyone keeps saying don't look at anything. It's annoying. It's freaking mansplaining. Why can't I look at anything? Here's why. It's not because this is a game that you can just spoil by saying one thing. It's not like there's a giant plot twist. It's not a freaking Tarantino or movie or whatever. It's not like a movie where it's like you say the freaking twist and it ruins the entire movie for you. No, the reason why this game no one ever says anything about it is because you can beat the game in like 10 minutes. But getting to that point is a 20-hour journey. It is a game where progression is just knowledge, and if you get told a specific, like any specific thing, there's many specific things, you can skip like 3 hours just like that, and it's not fun. The idea is unlocking places to go by scanning, reading text, exploring. It's a puzzle game in the sense of exploration and learning how to get into new areas. That's why no one says anything. It's not like there's a big plot twist or anything. There's none of that. It's just, it's a game where the only progression is what you learn. Also, another game where you open it and it's white. I don't frickin' do that. I put art in there, because if they won't do it, I'll do it. Whatever. Outer Wilds, I didn't love it, I gotta be honest. I think people like it way more than I do. I like it. I like it a lot. But I think Outer Wilds is a game that I feel like certain people really frickin' love for personal reasons, because it speaks to them. It's just like, I don't get nearly as much out of it as other people do. It's a game that I really enjoyed and I recommend to everybody, but it's not a game that I was blown away by. I got stuck, I got frustrated, I looked up some things, never got spoiled, but I looked up things as they were happening, like, it's cryptic, it's frustrating, and yet I always insist, don't look up anything, because I feel like I could have figured it out, and I don't have regrets, but I just feel like the game is a masterpiece, but it wasn't made for me. It's like how Joey Valance and Bray's No Hands is like a 7 out of 10 album, but I gave it a 9 because it was freaking for me. I love that album to death. It's like that. Like, Outer Wilds doesn't speak to me, but I know why it does to other people, and I keep recommending it because I know it would probably become my friends' favorite games of all time. I just keep freaking sharing the word, because it is a masterpiece, and I'm gonna give it a 9. Well, no, okay, here's my problem. I think it's a little lazy that you learn a lot from reading text, right? Because the text is boring. Yeah, like, the important stuff's highlighted, but I wish there was more environmental storytelling, because I feel like you learn where to go 80% from reading text off walls, and that's a little lame. It is a masterpiece, but personal enjoyment-wise, annoyances in mind, I'm gonna give it a really respectable 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'm comparing Outer Wilds to Skyward Sword and Mario Kart DS. Be mad. I'm playing this summer. I am very excited to play this. I know I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna take my sweet time. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna play it this summer. That is it. I hate RPGs. This game looks fun as frick. I'm very excited to play this. But I have to dedicate an entire summer to it because I know it's like 120 hours long. I will make the time. It's going under Will Play, and it's the actual first entry in Will Play that is in my backlog. Like, Animal Crossing is like, maybe I'll play it someday. Not an impulse buy. Bioshock, I actually will play it someday. Don't know when. Persona 5, I have a date. I know exactly when I'm going to start playing this game. First day summer. There's other games that are going to go into this tier, but I'm excited for this. Also, another game that you open and it's white. I don't do that. Look at that art. Look at that art. That's some good art. I hate when I do white inside. It's stupid. Because the back's like over half of it's copyrighted. Can't even frickin' make anything nice on the inside. There's nothing to look at. Stupid. Ooh. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Look at those spines. Yeah. Nice and consistent. Alright. Pikmin 1 and 2. Pikmin 1, love it. Would replay it. Super fun. Very similar to Luigi's Mansion Zero Mission, where it's a game you play in one sitting. Really fun game. Love it. 8 out of 10. Pikmin 2. I don't like it. It's frustrating. The caves aren't fun. I kept freaking quitting out of the game and then going back in so I didn't lose all my Pikmin permanently. Frustrating game. I did not 100% it. It's the only Pikmin game I didn't 100%. In fact, since I 100% like the first 2 areas, I got enough money to end the game by the beginning of Area 3. So there's an entire area I never went to. This game is... Pikmin 2 is too frustrating and unfun. It's not that it's too hard, I freaking love difficult games, but it's frustrating in like an unfun way. But Pikmin 1's amazing. I still recommend that Pikmin 1 is your first Pikmin game. People say start with 3 and 4, I disagree. Pikmin 1 is the perfect entry point. Super fun, super replayable. Even after playing these 2 games, with all their quality of life improvements, I would replay 1. I think it's really fun, and I like how perfect it is. It's freaking amazing. Now, that being said, 1's a 6 out of 10 game, 1's an 8. 7 out of 10. That's just the math. Pikmin 3. I did 100% this one. I didn't do any of the extra stuff, the extra modes. Really fun. Really fun game. I really like it. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I don't think it's a 9. I think it's an 8. But I really enjoyed my time with it. There's not much to say, because Pikmin 4 freaking made this game so, like, I don't care. I don't care about this game anymore. Like, it's a good remake of 1, but the 3 character thing can get annoying. It can feel a little bloated with options, but I like it. This is a good game. It's basically a remake of 1. I'm gonna give it an 8. I really can't. I can't really explain this well enough, but I love this game. It's good. I know I sound unenthusiastic. I got a lot of games to go through, and Pikmin 4 is sitting right there, staring at me, waiting for me to give it a 10. But Pikmin 3, it's really good. It's really good. I enjoyed my time with it. I just don't necessarily feel like it's as replayable as the others. 1 is super replayable. It's really, really, really good. It's bordering on a 9. All right, I'm not gonna compare these to one another, but I would give this like a higher spot on the 8 out of 10 tier. Promise. This is like 8.5. That being said, no, not Minecraft here. Pikmin 4 is freaking. I started playing the Pikmin games after this came out. I cannot imagine being a Pikmin fan before Pikmin 4 got announced and playing this game, because, dude, I love Pikmin because of this game. I liked Pikmin before. I did. Alright, I did enjoy Pikmin. I never loved it. I was like, it's a fun franchise, you know, like, it's alright. I 100% this game. I got the Platinum Medal on the Sage Leaf Trials. I did the Olimar story. I freaking 100% that too. I got Platinum on every cave, everything, every time challenge. I got 100% completion on this game, entirely. I did every single thing, and it took me like 60 hours. It was so fun. This game I saved this game. I got this for Christmas. I saved it until June to play it on a long freaking road trip, and I played it for like 17 hours straight while listening to Death Grips' You're the Snitch and JPEG Mafia's Offline. I waited to listen to those 2 albums and waited to play this game until that freaking road trip, and oh my god, it was like the best road trip of my life. I just listened to freaking rap music, had an amazing time, and played Pikmin 4. And I played it all the way back home too. Insane. Insanely replayable, never got burnt out. This game is so freaking fun. And even after playing it for like 40 hours, I went home and I had to play it for another whole week every single day before I finished it. This game is massive. It's long. but it's one of Nintendo's best games ever. There's so little to say badly about this game. It's a 10 out of 10. It's frustrating that there's always going to be 2 side quests that you can't get rid of. Whatever. And there's also a lot of abilities I never really cared for. And most importantly, there were things that you could throw. Never used them. Never. The stuff you craft, never used it. But I feel like that's just like an optional easy mode, you know? It's like, you don't need it, but it's there if lesser experienced people want to. Glow Pikmin, never used them. I got a perfect score on the final night expedition without using any glow Pikmin. It's there to assist. So I don't feel like that's as much as a design flaw as it is just an optional easy mode. 10 out of 10. Perfect. I'm 3 hours in. I'm gonna play. This is my next game after Animal Well. I'm enjoying it. I actually have a surprising amount to say, even though this is going into well play tier. This game, I used to play Pokemon. This next. And I liked it, and then I stopped liking it. Because I don't like turn-based battles. This game gets rid of the turn-based battles, mostly, and makes it all about collecting Pokemon. It is all about filling out the Pokédex, running around, throwing Pokeballs. You could throw a Pokeball, catch it while you're running away. It's so fast, it's so snappy, it's freaking great, and yet I would put this in 6 out of 10 tier. Because it's Pokemon. The game's freaking ugly, there's too much dialogue, blah 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 blah, but the gameplay is good, and I'm excited to finish this game. This Pokemon game is made for Pokemon fans who know that the games suck. This is like, I hope the new Legends game is better than this. Because this feels like Mario 64 and Boneworks. This feels like just the start of something better. Game Freak, keep doing this. Stop with the turn-based battles and the slow freaking combat. You know what you can do in this game? You can fight and walk around while the fight's happening. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I got this for Christmas. This was my first Pokemon game. I played like 80 hours. I beat it. I got to the mountain, gave up on like when you have to fight the 4 trainers. It was too hard for me. And then I restarted the game. And then I got halfway through and I restarted the game again. I restarted the game like 4 times. I don't know why. But I have like 80, 90 hours on this. It was fun at the time. Looking back, I'm good. It is mid. But I will not forget how much fun I had playing Pokemon for the first time. It was special. But I keep this just for the memories. I'm good. Psychonauts 2. I played Psychonauts in preparation for the second game, with no knowledge of the series, just knowing it's a 3D platformer, and I was blown away. The characters were super funny, the story was amazing, everything about it was freaking awesome. It's a game where the most fun about it isn't playing it. Everything else is more fun than the gameplay. And that's the same here. I love the story, I love the cutscenes, the humor, the style, the levels, like everything about everything. But the actual game itself is And it's hilarious, because this game's amazing. It's like, it's really hard to explain why I love this game so much, and I love the first one. You just kind of have to play it. If you like 3D platformers, play it. That's the gateway into it, but I seriously do mean it when I say that the best part about this game isn't the platforming. It's really frickin' good. The story, the art style, everything. This game is insane. Also, look at that cover. Okay, let me try not to get the glare on it. There we go. Look at that. And then look at this cover, dude. Oh my gosh. It's so good. This game is amazing. I freaking love you, Tim Schafer. I think that's your name. Let me fact check that. Yep, Tim Schafer. They got Black Jack, dude, to play a hippie and sing a song for this game. That's how you know it's freaking good. They got Minecraft Steve. And again, gameplay is not that great. Everything else is just that good. Insane. Insane game. Holy frick. Alright. Okay, this one's gonna be easy and quick. Red Dead Redemption 2. Joe got me this for my birthday. It's like 100 hours long. I haven't played it. I'm gonna play it during winter break. The end. We'll play. I'm looking forward to it. But playing Pokemon first, and It Takes Two. Then this. I know it's gonna be amazing. I'm pretty excited. Getting spooky up in the Resident Evil. This is embarrassing. This is a bad start. Yeah. So, I can't explain why I bought this, but in my head I thought, I'll play it someday, you know. It doesn't seem like my kind of thing, but I'll play it. I'm not gonna play this. It's everything about this game looks like a nightmare, and I don't mean that as a pun. Limited saves, super small inventory, constant backtracking taking longer than going between rooms on Super Metroid. I'm good. I don't like. I know it's good. I know all that makes it scarier. I know Donkey loves it. Honestly, Donkey's review of this game is one of his best reviews, in my opinion. But I just don't think it'll be fun to play. I just want them to remaster it or something, because Silent Hill 2, everyone says it's amazing, it's really good. Those tank controls look miserable. And then they remade it, and now I want to play it. If they remade this, I feel like, I don't know, I know it makes it feel more claustrophobic and is kind of essential, but it doesn't look fun. So, I'm not gonna sell it. I know it's a good remake, I know it's amazing on the GameCube, but it just doesn't look fun to play, so that's my 2 cents. Again though, look how few impulse buys there are. I really try to buy only games I love. And I do a pretty good job. I've played 80% of my collection, if not more. But let's continue on with the Resident Evil and talk about some really good games, because everything else I'm gonna speak highly of. Resident Evil 2. My only complaint with this game, and I really do mean only, is that the second playthrough that is kind of advertised as mandatory, like on howlongtobeat.com, right? The main story includes both parts. No. The second half was seriously, the second run is just, it's New Game Plus. The only difference was like the orphanage part. Besides that, police station, tunnels, police station, sewers, the lab, all the same beats. Like, it's a fun way to replay it after like 4 years of not playing it. But I played it only a year after, and I was like, I've already done all of this. It wasn't fun. The first time I played this was like one of the best game experiences in my life. It was freaking amazing. But this really is a 7-hour one-and-done game. I do not think that this New Game Plus second story is good at all. It's way, way too similar. But like, even the back, a rookie cop's first day on the job, a student searching for her missing brother, play individual campaigns as Leon and Claire. It's 2 on the cover. 2. It's not 2 campaigns. It's an 8-hour campaign with a New Game Plus that is highly advertised for no reason. That's my only complaint. It's not a game you play twice. That being said, 9 out of 10. Holy frickin' crap, this game's good. I will say that the second playthrough made me look at it a bit lower, but when I played this for the first time, every single second of it was amazing. I love this game. It's a Metroid game, which is weird. It's really weird. This is a Metroidvania. The way that rooms unlock, that areas unlock, that you backtrack, and the whole map is accessible at all times until you get to the lab. It feels like a Metroidvania game. And it's really weird that it does, because it shouldn't. But it does. This game actually is scary too. But at the same time, I feel like it's a good gateway into horror games. Because it's playable. It's not that scary. The scariest part is Mr. X. I hate him. He's terrifying. But this is a game I would get people who have not tried horror. It's very, very accessible. But yeah, freaking amazing. Really freaking good. Great first Resident Evil game. More accessible than 7. And really great. I just think the second campaign shtick is a freaking scam. I bought a PS4 for this game. I was gonna get it on GameCube, and I decided, nah. I want to play the remake. But I also don't want to play it on PC. I got a PS4. It's right there. It's off screen, but it's right there. It's a God of War PS4 Pro. I got a frickin' PS4 just to play this game. I got this game for Christmas. I bought a PS4 handed down just to play this game. Yeah, later on I bought Psychonauts and Splunky, but I got this PS4 to play this game. This game lived up to the hype and was worth getting a console for. This... Yeah, I mean, it's a frickin' 10. This is so good. It's so good. It's so good. God dang. This game's incredible. It's so freaking good. It's like... It's so long. It's so long. It's like 18 hours. It just goes on and on and on, but it never gets worse. And like... You're like 16 hours in, you're like, it's starting to not get as scary. And then it gets scary, randomly, at the end. And I remember this entire game. And it never gets worse. Masterpiece. 10. Now, this was my first PC. This is my first Resident... Now, 7. Oh, I was wondering what was moving. It's a freaking movie ad. Oops. That's weird. Hold on. The cover is not going in right. There we go. This was my first Resident Evil game, and it was insane. This is the scariest game I've ever played. I was terrified. This game is freaking scary. It is bad. I love it. Except the freaking second half, not even second half, like the third and fourth quarter suck. Now, people say that the game depletes once you kill the bee, the mother, right? I kind of agree. Because the saw trap section isn't as good, but it's still good. I still like it. Once you leave that part, though, you go to a boat, and the game becomes this game. And it sucks. This game starts off so strong and ends so lame. But I mean, it's still freaking 9 out of 10. Like, it's still amazing. It's still so good. But this game definitely, it falls off. But the highs are so high that I don't care. I will say though, this is the least replayable Resident Evil game. It's very one-trick pony, and that's not a bad thing, but it's not something you return to ever. It's great. One and done. I bought this. I played this on Steam. I bought this physically because I love it. I'm not going to replay this game probably ever. This one was a surprise. After I got my PS4 and I beat 4, I was like, you know, I've seen Markiplier play half of it, but I don't know about the other half. Let me play 8. Why not? I loved my time with 4, and have fond memories of 2 and 7. So, I got 8, and it freaking surprised me. I was actually shocked by how good this was. People kind of like the dog on it, saying like it's not that good. It's too similar to 4. It's a combination of 4 and 7. Yeah. Doesn't make it bad. It feels original. I think the fish section's great. I think like the mine shafts and all that. I think the last area is freaking great. I think the final boss is great. I think all the bosses are pretty good. Of course, I watched people play this game, so the doll section didn't get me, and it was honestly, I just ran through it so I can get to the rest of the game that I didn't know about. But the way the whole world kind of interconnected, and you could explore and find collectibles, and the castle being freaking amazing. This game is really good. Like, it's a low 9. But it's like an 8.5 for me, I gotta be honest. Like, I know people don't like this game very much, or not as much as me, but this is really good. It's really good. It's the best of both worlds. It's not as good as 7 is 4, but it's more consistent than 7, and I'd argue more memorable than 4. I don't know, this game's really good. And even though there's a lot of 7s being thrown around on this game, I think it's worth playing. Even though it's not a masterpiece, I think it's pretty freaking great. I recommend it. Last but not least, you're going to be surprised by this because my least favorite part of Resident Evil 7 was the boat. Killing goopy monsters. And the reason why that was such a freaking drop-off in quality is mostly because the rest of the game was so freaking good. This game is ship gloopy monsters for an entire 12-hour game. But here's the thing. Hold on. It works here. This game switches you between characters, is divided into missions, you get taken out of the game, you get credits every chapter. But it's fun. It's more action than horror. But here's why I like this game. It's because it's on the frickin' 3DS. This game, if it was on the Switch, which it is, it has no appeal. It's not spectacular. Play the other ones. It's not even in the same breath as 2, 4, 7, 8. But man, playing this on a 3DS with 3D and gyro late at night on a handheld was really cool. that elevated this game really high for me. It's not that great, but I really liked my time with it. And it has a freaking typo on the spine, so like, how can you not love it? Let me wait for that to focus. I'm gonna give Resident Evil Revelations a very, very high 7. I liked it. Which is freaking weird. It's like Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I hated Breath of the Wild. I shouldn't like Tears of the Kingdom as much as I do. I hated the boat section of Resident Evil 7. This is the boat section for a whole game. I liked it. I don't know. It's the novelty of it's really freaking cool. Back to indie roguelikes. Revita. This is a game that was highly, highly recommended. Not specifically to me, but in general by a roguelike guy named... hold that thought. Alexa. I respect and agree with his top 5 favorite roguelikes of all time, and he recommended Revita. And yeah, this is amazing. I've not played much of it. I'm trying to play Gungeon, but when I'm done with Gungeon, probably going to go back to this. I have beaten it once, but this is Binding of Isaac, but not, right? Roguelikes. I'm very picky. Isaac has ruined all of them. This has the item building, stat up, stat list, synergy gameplay of Isaac. It is Isaac, but side scroller left to right. And it is really good. It is really good. This game is so underrated. No one plays it. It's dead. It's dead on Steam. Like, if you look up the Steam player charts, no one plays this game. It's doomed to fail because the giant Repentance-sized update 2.0 is never going to come out on console, I've heard, and only on PC, which sucks. But this game, it's weird that they did it physical. I don't know why they did, but this game is one of the best roguelikes, and it's better than Hades, Dead Cells, maybe, I'd say Gungeon. It's really good. It's made by like one guy. I'm actually surprised by how freaking good this game is. If you like Binding of Isaac or Spelunky or whatever, play this. It takes a little bit to like click. Like when I played it for 20 minutes like a couple years ago, I was like, I don't get it. I am about like 12 hours in. I get it. This game's good. It's really good. I'm gonna give this freaking game a 8 for now. But I could see this going into S with Isaac Repentance. But it is better than Dead Cells and Gungeon for me. It's freaking good. Risk of Rain 2. I don't like it. I got it on Switch because it's both games for $10, but I beat it second try solo. They ruined it apparently, so I have no desire to go back. And I just don't find the gameplay fun. The shooting's boring. It feels slow. I just don't like it. I gave it like 4 shots, I swear. I played it twice solo, once with a friend, and then once again solo. It's not for me. It's not for Isaac and Revita and Spelunky 2 and Slay the Spire are all amazing games, but power to you if you like this. Oh man, going from being super, super negative on Risk of Rain 2 to this game. Gosh. Okay. I'm running out of frickin' time, but I gotta take my sweet time with this one, because I would make a review of this, but I'm not going to. This game, dude. I have not played a Dark Souls game to completion. I tried playing Dark Souls 1, I got 3 hours in, got bored. I bought this game knowing a couple things, right? First off, I was committed. I bought this game. I told my friends, my friend group of 3, I was like, I will pay all of you $20 if I give up on this game. No one cared, no one responded, but it was for me. It was to motivate me, because I thought I wouldn't be able to do this. Yeah, I beat the freaking true final boss. I went for like the I went for the second hardest ending. I beat Lady Butterfly, Owl Father, Lord Isham, and Demon of Hatred. I did all of it. I experienced everything this game had to offer. And, again, with basically no Souls experience, but I went in knowing a few things. One, no runbacks. All the checkpoints are right at the boss. I was like, oh, phew. That's the one thing I hate about these Dark Souls games, and why I'll never play Bloodborne. I don't like the runbacks. They ruin it. They take the fun out. Throw a hard boss at me. I'll try my best, but give me a freaking generous checkpoint. It's the least I can ask for. As for the game is brutally hard, but fair, super fun. Level design's amazing, pacing's amazing. My only complaint is that there's repeat bosses. More so with the mini bosses. There's a lot of mini bosses. Those get repeated like twice each. I don't love that. Feels a little lazy. Like they couldn't make a new, like as if they couldn't make more bosses. And there's like two to three bosses that get repeated. There's a couple moments where I'm like, really? And I don't really use any of the items, and I hate the headless fights because I have to use items to even kill them. It's impossible without it. Besides that, holy frickin' crap, another 10 out. This game is so good. Again, run back hater, no Souls experience. I went in, I got my teeth kicked in by Lady Butterfly and Geneshiro, and then the entire game was smooth. Never got stuck. Always progressing. I breezed through it. There's a bit of a skill. There's a bit of a barrier of entry near the beginning, but if you can beat the second mandatory boss, or third if you do Lady Butterfly, if you beat Geneshiro, you can beat this entire game. Play it. Try. It is so rewarding. But most importantly, it's fun, right? Like, if the pain isn't at least a little enjoyable, like, it's not even worth it, right? But the gameplay's fun. Again, another nitpick. There's mini bosses where they just spam enemies, and it's really hard to get a hit in, and you have to kill all the enemies one by one in order to attempt to kill the boss. One specific instance is this fat guy, Drunkard. When you return to the fireplace to fight Owl Father, that was really annoying. And it was right after I had to kill this frickin' shadow boxing guy who summoned dogs. So, back-to-back frustrating mini-bosses, not fun. 10 out of 10. I don't care about the flaws. This game is a masterpiece. Shovel Knight. Not much to say. I didn't play the DLC. It's fun. I played it halfway, gave up. Not for any reason, I just lost interest. Came back, finished it, really liked it. This is a really fun, sweet indie game. I think it's a little overrated. It's not as good as other indie 2D platformers. I mean, Celeste, freaking, it's not even close. But I see why people like it. It's fun, it's sweet, it's nostalgic, it's a really faithful NES, modern NES game. It's good. It's good. It's not a masterpiece though. I'd give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. It's really good. It's really good, but it's not freaking like Celeste status, like some people say. Also, in my opinion, it's not that hard. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, this is amazing. I don't really know what to say. Oh yeah, I do have a complaint. Oh, he's stuck again. Yeah, let me just restart that. Sorry guys, I'm sure you guys were bored because there wasn't any Subway Surfers. So, Slay Spire, my one complaint is that I suck at this game. I have 65 hours, and I still feel like I always pick the same cards. I don't know how builds work, and everyone seems to be able to do frickin' Ascension 20, so I know it's me and not the game, but I do struggle with this game. I don't understand what makes it so good. I don't get it, but I like it. But I feel like I'm missing a humongous part of it that makes it why it's so good. But I appreciate it at a shallow level, but I'm still gonna give it a 9. It's one of the best roguelikes ever. Top 3, if not 5. It's good. Speaking of roguelikes, Spelunky HD, the OG, the classic. I bought the collector's edition, so I have the CD just chilling, because it was cheaper than getting just the game. So I get the Monty keychain and the CD, I guess. This game's great. I have completed this 3 times. PC, Switch, PS4. I like Spelunky 2 more now. I have a review on this game, by the way. I like Spelunky 2 more now, but this is a more flawless game. Everything it does is perfect. Few complaints. Climbing gloves suck. And the boss fights are kind of poorly designed. Like, you can beat Olmec and Yama, but like, it's not fun. You know, I'd rather use bombs. I think the bosses kind of lack in design, especially considering you can beat this entire game without any items, and it's possible. I think low score is a great achievement. I think speedrunning achievement's great, because I have problems with those achievements on Spelunky 2. It's flawless. I like Spelunky 2 more, but this game is flawless. There's nothing wrong with it. I have complaints. I think the bosses kind of aren't that great and are problematic for the game's design. But dude, it's freaking flawless. It's Spelunky. It's great. And the best part about this is that the second Spelunky game doesn't replace it. That's what I love. I can go back to either game. I still return this game. Like, it still has a reason to exist, and I love that. I hate when games make a sequel and then completely replace the original. This game stands on its own. It is still great. It's a masterpiece, and I gave it a 10. I'm just glad that it still holds up. This game's like 12 years old, and it's still kicking. It's insane. Derek, you give me a Spelunky 2 physical copy. Alright, we're almost done. We have a lot of Mario games to go through. Quite a few. Although some of these are Mario Maker, so yeah. Starting off with 3D Land. I've beaten this game 5 times. It's my most played game on 3DS. No, it's not. That's a lie. I think Ocarina of Time is. I've beaten this game the most out of any game. I've gotten 5-star, 100% completion status. It's not my favorite. It isn't aged that great. Partially because 3D World, we'll get to that. But Mario 3D Land is basic, too easy, bloated. Half the game is the same level but remixed. The same levels but remixed. And the last super hard level that unlocks once you've beaten every single level twice, which is 4 times technically, isn't even that hard. So it's bloated, it's too easy. Reminds me a lot of Kirby in that way. But it's really nostalgic and it's good. It's good. I'm gonna give it a 6. I feel the same way towards this that I do New Super Mario Bros. Except its successor is my favorite Nintendo game ever made. If you don't know, this is my top 10. This is my favorite game Nintendo has published. 3D World specifically, but this bundle just makes it even better. So 3D Land, a lot of nostalgia for it. This is that, but made faster, and the levels are super fun. Solo, it's so good. The collectibles, I love the green stars, I love the stamps. Champions Road, the whole bonus worlds are great. There are better games. There are better Mario games. But 3D World is the most fun I've had with a Nintendo game, and therefore is my favorite Nintendo game and Mario game. And I can't give it anything lower than a freaking 9. I love this game. It's so good. It's so good. Man. Underrated. Underrated, seriously. Oh, classic. Mario 64 DS. It's Mario 64, except altered a bit. Debatably better. I don't love Mario 64. I don't know. I like it, but I've always thought it's a little overrated. I think both Galaxy games, Odyssey, Mario, even 3D World, I'm just not a huge fan. In fact, I think the mini games packed in here are more fun than Mario 64. Like, I see this as a good collection of phone games bundled with the entirety of Mario 64. Because the frickin' mini games packed in here are better than the base game. The Luigi gambling stuff is so good. It's so good. It's alright. I think Mario 64 is a 7 out of 10 game for me. No, is that... I'll give it an 8. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it. Mario Wonder. It came out recently. 100% completed it. I did the 2 super hard levels, although really the last one was the only hard one. It was fun. It was easy. It was really easy. But it was fun. Biggest complaint, the badges. I never really experimented or tried over half of them. I did like 4. And the power-ups stunk. I think this is the worst collection of power-ups in any 2D Mario. I think it has the best levels, but like the power-ups stunk. They were not good. Bubble Mario, Drill Mario, stupid. Nah. Weakest power-up selection, best theme, best levels. Boss fights were okay. They're fine. I just liked how weird it was. I think it was too easy, but it's the second best 2D Mario game behind Super Mario World for me. I think it's better than Mario Bros. 3 though. I will say that. Gosh, 8 out of 10. Feels wrong putting that with Alien Isolation, Animal Well, and Dusk, but it's an 8. I'm gonna move Mario Party 4 down to a 7 though. I feel like it's up there just for bias. No, I was right the first time. Look at me second guessing. I can't look at this. I'm gonna move too much I'm gonna move too much stuff if I keep looking. I gotta just accept this for what it is. I'm not changing it. This one's good. I will say, not a huge fan of the Luigi stuff. Feels like padding out the runtime. But the levels here, the music, everything. Yeah, this is good. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with this game. It's so good. Mario Galaxy. It's Mario freaking Galaxy. It's good. Mario Galaxy 2. It's Mario Galaxy. Is good. I got nothing to say. It's not as it's slightly worse than the first one. High 9 out of 10. No, it's not about the hub world. I don't care about the hub world. That's what everyone complains about. I don't care. I don't give a frick. Hub world, whatever. I just like the first one more. That's it. This is great. This is good. It's good. Mario Maker 2. I bought this because it was at my game store for $30, but like I didn't feel like spending time on this. Mario Maker when I was younger was like a dream come true. I was like, that sounds freaking awesome. But when I got this like in 2022, I was like kind of over it. I'd rather play games. I'm sure I'm sure if I had this when I was like 12, I would freaking nut. But I mean, I did not when this got announced. I'll get that. I got my hands on this game at the wrong time in life. I don't have any interest in this. I imported some of my levels from here onto here, but I'm too old for this. I'm too old for this. It's good. It's Infinite Mario. It's the best 2D Mario game ever. I mean, it's better than Wonder. That's for sure. I'll give it an 8 because it is better than Wonder. This is the best 2D Mario game. But like it's also like it's so good it's boring. Too old for this. I'm sorry. When this got announced, I had a 3DS, right? I didn't have a Wii U. I loved the idea of Mario Maker. I wanted a Wii U for Mario Maker. And then they announced Mario Maker for the 3DS, and I came and I nutted everywhere. I frickin' jizzed so frickin' hard. And I got this for Christmas, and I went crazy. I went nuts. I made so many levels, and they were bangers too. I'm over it. And the problem with this is that now that Switch Online is gone, now that 3DS Online is gone, a game where you already had such bad curated levels, you don't even have that. You have the ones Nintendo made, and you can't share yours. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our first and only F tier. It's just a couple lame Nintendo levels. It's worse than the new Super Mario Bros. Games. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. This is like looking at Concord. Like, sure, it had something back when it worked. It's just a dead body. Ooh. I have nothing to say. It's late. It's Mario Odyssey. It's amazing. What do you want me to frickin' say? It's Mario Odyssey. 9. I think Galaxy is better. I think Galaxy is the best 3D Mario game. Objectively. I like 3D World more. This one's good though. And I'm excited for the sequel. Or just successor. They'll probably do something new. I don't know. Ooh, Mario Sunshine. I completed this. Except for the blue coins. That's the only thing I didn't do. I did most of them. I didn't get the ones... I missed like 2 blue coins in Delfina Plaza. And the ones in Corona Mountain. Besides that... Oh yeah, I didn't do the bonus stars. But I did the pachinko machine. I did lily pad level. I did... everything. This game's hard. Watermelon level. It's a little overhyped. I don't think it's as hard as people say. But it's fun. This is a really fun Mario game. This is really good. I'm giving it a freaking 9 out of 10. I think this is just as good as Galaxy 2. Call me crazy. Like, yeah, it's flawed. It's janky. It's kind of buggy, but I don't give a frick. This game's super fun. This game's amazing. It's called classic. People need to be nicer to this game. It's a good game. It's really good. Okay, we're down to 10. Okay. We got a Trojan Horse and the Super M's. We got Super Meat Boy. It's pretty good. This is by the guy who made Isaac. Very famous when it came out. I tried playing it on Steam for like an hour. Moved on. Didn't like it. Same thing with Dusk, right? I was like, I want to play this game again. After playing Endless Nigh, I was like, I want to play this game again. Asked for the physical copy. Got it. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And yeah, I completed it. I didn't do all the void stuff. The wormhole! I didn't do all that. But I did do all the bandages. I did all the dark world variants. I just didn't do Cotton Alley, and I didn't do all the wormholes. Besides that, this game was hard, and I beat it. I got A+ on every level. I'm not trying to, it sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm just saying, like, this is a hard game and I went and completed it. That's how much fun it was. That's how much I enjoyed my time with it. I wanted to complete it. Saying I completed it means that I went out of my way to do extra because I enjoyed the game. This is a good game. It's a good game. 8. 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's good. Smash Bros. Oh, okay. 3DS. It's Smash Bros. It's good. I feel like Smash Bros, Mario Maker, Mario Kart, and Mario Party all need to have like their own Minecraft tier, because they're so hard to objectively rank. Like, they're party games. They're not games. You know, it's like how do you slap a number on this? It is good. Multiplayer sucks, but this is a good version of Smash. I'd say it's better than Brawl. Nah, that'll get me killed. Nah, I'm sticking with it. Better than Brawl. It's good. It's more of an 8, but I'll give it a 7. Next up, Melee. I don't have Melee. I lost it. I don't know. No, I didn't lose it. Someone did. I let someone borrow it in the house. Never saw it again. No idea what happened. But it's in my collection. It's here in spirit. I'm gonna give Melee an 8. I think the combat is really freaking fun, fluid, and fast. And I like Melee. I'm gonna give it a 9. Screw it. And then Smash Ultimate. It's Smash Ultimate. Only complaint: DLC characters. Too much money. It's like $60 plus for all the characters. Stupid. It's fine though. Gonna give it a 9 as well. What are they gonna do for the next Smash Bros? They're just gonna make all $60 worth of DLC characters free? Because that's what they did with the 3DS. They had the DLC characters and they just added them to... That's Nintendo's problem. I don't know. But yeah, Ultimate and Melee, some of the most fun party games ever. Both 9 out of 10. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna rank this version specifically. If you're wondering why this version, I know it doesn't have Moon Lord, and that sucks. It doesn't have Journey's End, but this is the best controlling Terraria outside of PC. The touchscreen I think is better than any console version. That's why I got the 3DS version. Also, I have like 2 worlds that I've done a lot in, but rating just the game, this game, I would put it in Minecraft for a joke. It's perfect. This is probably the best 2D game of all time. The amount of content here is staggering. The fact that it's all multiplayer and single player, works both ways. It's not like a super long game, but what you can do in this game is nuts. It's not a sandbox game. I mean, it is. You can build, but this is an adventure game. There's a start, a finish, an end game. Bosses throughout. They have to do in a specific order. It's very particular. It's a video game, and it's amazing. This game's incredible. It's Terraria. Our last impulse buy. I went through a Tetris phase on my 3DS. I got the NES Tetris, got hooked, had dreams about Tetris, played it for like a week. I wanted to own at least one copy of Tetris, and everyone said that Tetris DS was the best one. But like, I, shortly after buying this, realized that I didn't want to swap cartridges for Tetris. I'd rather have it digital. And I actually prefer the simplicity of the NES Tetris over this. So, I think this was like 40 bucks. My last impulse buy. Only 7 games. Out of 92 games, 7 games, only 7 games being regret buys is pretty good. It's pretty good. But yeah, I'm good. Ultimate Chicken Horse. I think Smash Brothers and Mario Party are some of the best party games. This is up there. This is seriously up there with some of the greatest party games of all time. Anyone can pick up and play this. It's fun with friends who are experienced. It's fun with new people. This game is so replayable. It's so good. It's on Switch. It's playable with one Joy-Con. You don't need split screen. It's all on one screen. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is a perfect party game. It seems silly, but I already have Smash and Mario Kart in S9 out of 10 tier. I'm putting frickin' Ultimate Chicken Horse in 9 out of 10 tier. It is one of the greatest party games of all time. It's so good. It's so good. The fact that, again, it's only on one screen, so you can prop it up and it's not impossible to see stuff. No split screen needed. And again, you can play with 4 Joy-Cons, just like sideways. It's perfect. It's perfect for the console. Almost done. 3 more. This one is, okay, so when I say 92, this is not included. Melee is, Smash Melee. This isn't, because it's not real. But I just want to talk about this for a second. I love Ultra Kill. It's my 3rd favorite game of all time. And I want a physical copy badly. Like I said in the intro, I predicted a fan game or collab, but I made this from scratch in Photoshop, all on my own, and then went to Staples and printed everything out. And it looks freaking incredible. It has a reversible cover. It has a freaking manual. I'll get to that. But this is a 1-2 switch cart with the Ultra Kill artwork on it. And then look at that freaking reversible cover art. Look at that. Look at the way I used the freaking Altars of Paste and water level music cover. It's like supposed to be V1 and V2 fighting. Like it's like he's attacking from there. It's like freaking sick. And then I'll show you guys the manual real quick. It's supposed to be like the Dusk one. You've seen the Dusk manual. Focus. This was just a fun little arts and crafts project I wanted to do. I love this game. I know it's going to get a physical, I'm confident, but I made this for fun, and I'll have this on my shelf along with the real deal. And, yeah. Ultra Kill. I mean, what do you want me to say about the game? I'm making a review. When the game comes out, I keep saying this, but I do mean it. When the game fully comes out, 1.0, on Switch, everything, it's done. I will make a 20-minute something, so I don't know how long it'll be, but I'm going to make a review. I've already made an intro montage. It's going to be my last game review. It's going to happen. I'm going out with a bang. I need to talk about this game. I reviewed Boneworks in the form of Bone Lab. I've reviewed Isaac in general. I've reviewed Lethal Company. I tried reviewing Alien Isolation. No one wanted it. This game is the last of my top 5 that needs the review treatment. And it's going to be my last review as well. Because I got college coming up. Hopefully I do this game justice, because I gotta frickin' go above and beyond for this game. Because I love it. I love it. Is this the last one? No, this is the second last. Oh yeah. Ultra Kill, 10 out of 10. It's not even fully out, but it's perfect. And is he freaking stuck again? Nah, he'll get out. I believe in him. Uncharted 4. haven't played any of the previous Uncharted games before this, but I wanted to play an Uncharted game, and I've heard really, really, really good things, and I loved it. Amazing story, great characters, played well, great pacing, great levels design, everything. Great ending. It was phenomenal. It's like a playable Tintin. Like the blonde European boy with the little white dog, Snowy, Captain Haddock, the drunkard, it's a playable game of that kind of adventure. It's a swashbuckling, massive, high stakes, constantly getting almost killed adventure. And it's like 20 hours, it's so good. Such a good game. Amazing. I loved it. I don't think it's a 10, but it's close. It's a 9. And last but not least, this is actually a pretty fitting game to end off with. I don't mind this. Wii Sports Resort. Gotta be honest, I haven't played every single game here, but I've played some of the games here. Most of them. Let me just go through them. I've played Frisbee, the flying around one, mostly bowling, I must admit, sword fighting, and archery. That's about it. Oh yeah, and table tennis. I love table tennis. This is, again, I gotta give it a 9 out of 10, right? This is with Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and Ultimate Chicken Horse as one of the best party games. I've played so much bowling with my family. It's so fun. The sword fighting is actually really good. It's just great, wholesome fun. And I think this is a great game to play with people who have not really had much experience with games and all that. And, it's Wii Sports Resort. I don't have much to say, gotta be honest. And that is the last game. I started about 3.5 hours ago. Gosh. Tier list is on screen. They're not ranked against each other. They're just like categorized as like 9 through 10 out of 7 out of 10, etc. Only 7 impulse buys. 3 games I plan on playing, 2 I may or may not. So 9 impulse buys max. Everything that I've rated, I have played. A good amount of or completed. I love my collection. I buy CDs, I buy Legos, I buy comic books, I buy a lot. It's a problem, but my game collection is the one that matters the most to me. And I just freaking love video games. I would love to work at a video game store if it wasn't if it sustained a freaking it's not a suitable career. But I love video games. I'm passionate about them, and hope you enjoyed. Later.